going like 60, trying to keep it under 60. I am headed from central New Jersey to Milford, Virginia this afternoon, to a campground right outside of Richmond. Richmond is my first stop on the tiny house tour, and I'm going to check out Richmond and see if there's any cool things to see. This route should take me through DC, I think I'm going through DC, so it's Sunday afternoon, there shouldn't be too much traffic. Picked a pretty good time. I left a little bit later than I originally wanted to, but there was so much to pack that I had to be like super thorough with how much I was, what I was taking and making sure I had everything I was going to need. I mean, obviously there's a Target everywhere. There's a Walmart everywhere. You can stop and get something if you forgot it. But for the most part, I just wanted to have everything. So, okay, so here is Philadelphia. We're coming up on it. That is the skyline. So cool. That's Center City right in there. I'll show you again as we get closer. It was a very emotional morning. I was so excited last night, and this morning we were packing my mom was helping me pack everything, and it was going so great. We were done. I was done hitching the truck. Everything was done. I washed my face, went to the bathroom, and I was like, man, I guess I'm gonna make it this whole morning without crying. And then I cried. And I cried and cried and cried. And it's this mix of feeling between super, super scary to ridiculously excited to so happy that everything works in my tiny house. All right, here's a pretty good view of the skyline. Got the Ben Franklin Bridge on the left there. Philly wasn't a huge important stop for me on this trip because I go to Philly all the time. It's only an hour from my mom's home in central New Jersey, so it's, I didn't really need to stop there. So anyway, it was a very emotional morning once I had everything packed, which was crazy enough to get everything ready. I'd been sleeping in my house for over a week, and it was great, but I didn't have anything in my house because I was finishing my closet and I was finishing the kitchen and making sure everything was organized, and so I didn't really have any of my things actually in the house. And so yesterday and today was all about putting everything in the house that needed to go in, and it was a lot of work. And it was also spending the last time I have with my mom before I left. That's Philly, Center City. So, yeah, and it was really hard getting out the door. I was like, I don't want to go, but I do, but I don't, but I do. It's a long time to be away from really anybody. I don't have another human that I'll be regularly communicating with in person, so it's a little freaky, but it'll be good. I'm planning on getting a pet along the way. So I'll at least have a little buddy. Yeah, so I think arrival time should be between 7:30 and 8 o'clock tonight at the campgrounds in Virginia. That's, depends on how many times I have to stop, if at all. I don't think I'll have to stop for gas on this trip. I think it's close enough that I won't have to, but we'll see what happens. It's a really inconvenient time for the gas prices to go up, I'll tell you that much. Really inconvenient. It was was like 40 cents. It raised like 40 cents yesterday. And I was like, oh boy, this is going to be a brutal trip, but it's all right. I've allotted a certain budget for gas, so I'm okay. But I realize it's not about me, and obviously, you know, there's terrible, terrible things happened in Texas just last week. I mean, you know, lived through Sandy and all the devastation that Hurricane Superstorm Sandy was all about. It was, you know, I get it, but it's but then, you know, they raise the gas prices, and I'm like, ugh, all right, guess this trip is costing me big money. But anyway, so yeah, I'm really excited. Should be great. Check back in later if I pass through DC. Whatever, bro. So I just stopped at the Dunkin Donuts. I forget what town I'm in. It's in Delaware. You just entered Delaware, and I stopped at Dunkin Donuts to pee, to get a drink, and they were not impressed that there was a tiny house in their driveway, in the parking lot. I was sort of like, hi guys, you know, like really excited, and they're just like, what? Like, not a big deal. So I thought that was pretty funny, but maybe people don't really give a shit about tiny houses. I don't know.